you're here. We are also excited. Like I said, grab your notepads, your writing materials. Yeah, like in a few minutes, just like a minute, I'll be calling on the next speaker to join us. Um, Praise Oluwamuyiwa. Just hold on. You can drop whatever you want to drop in the comments. We are seeing you and we'll give you the answers. Rejoice Oyedikachuku. You can drop your thoughts in the Blessing Fube says, this is my breakthrough. This is good. This is good. Of course it is. Of course it really is. All right. So at this moment, I'm going to call on our first speaker, Happiness Ajayi, to come forward and talk to us. Can we all give a round of applause for Happiness? Happiness, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Hi,
please let's give
everyone.
it up for
Good evening.
Happiness.
Upcoming tech trailers. Make some noise. I
Welcome,
can see some of
Happiness.
my,
Welcome.
I can see some of my friends here, my personal persons. Oluchi, I can see you. You be a husband, I can see you. So many of my ladies are here. Oh, I can see obviously I can see Choba, see Choba. Woo! Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, ladies. Okay, so let's just dive into why we are here. As you all know, we are Hertechtrail and we equip ladies with tech skills so they can make money for themselves, make money for their children, for the moms around us, for the moms among us rather. You don't want to be going to the office, carrying your babies. You want to work from the comfort of your home. Yes, this is what we equip ladies to do. We equip you with the right skills that will enable you to work from the comfort of your home. Because these days it's not easy navigating office, teaching children, and all that. And even as a student, you're not a mom yet, but you're a student, right? And you want to make some money, you want to be making money for yourself to probably assist your parents in your education. You're in the right place, right? We are here to equip you with those skills, beautiful skills that will help you to be able to work from the comfort of your home. So before we proceed, I know that we all have a reason why you joined. You know, Architecture is a very, very spectacular platform. It's not just a kind of place where you just learn and you just go. No, you learn and you remain. Like, what do I mean by that? We have a community, a beautiful community. On our Slack community, we have over 20,000 or 22,000 women in that community with different skills. I've made so many friends from our tech show, so many beautiful ladies, intelligent ladies. Like, oh my God. You know what it means when you have intelligent ladies around you that you can call or ask one thing or the other and they'll just come to your rescue, right? That's the kind of platform a tech tree is. So it's not just like a place where you just come, you get a course, you go through the course and you zoom out. No, the most beautiful part of it is the community of women, the friends you make, network, collaborate. Let me know what you have. We still have a lot of those things coming up. So I welcome you officially to this webinar, Cohort 14 webinar. Welcome, welcome from Lagos, Enugu, Ghana, Abuja, Kenya, UK. Yeah, so far you're a black woman. Wherever you are connecting from, you're welcome. If you are here tonight, it's because something in you is hungry for more, right? You want to learn something different. You want to be different from people. You want to acquire knowledge that will help you to grow. Whether you're already running your personal business or you're working as an employee in an office, we're in a digital world now. So if you're not digitally skilled, you'll be missing out on some things. One day I posted on my social media that people cry out for promotions in their workplaces, but these days you don't cry out for promotion. Just equip yourself, have the right skills, showcase it in your place of work. something different from what every other person can, come up with. And you will see how you become their best, how you become their best friend, right, in that office. So you don't need to cry for promotion. Very sure you're working for somebody, you're working for an organization. You don't need to cry for promotions. Just equip yourself with the right skills, showcase it, and it starts coming. And these skills you're talking about, you don't only use it for where you're working, use it for your own personal self to make your money. We have so many students who have graduated and they are already making money for themselves with the right skill that they have acquired. So you're in the right place, right? We welcome you. You're in the right place. So let's be honest. The world is changing fast, very, very, very fast. There are some things that you need to know. You need to know how to use, even without being taught. Like you need to be equipped with those skills so that you're able to survive. If you go for an interview right now, maybe they're looking out for a front desk, and you're just a normal front desk from a conventional university, and that's the only thing you know how to welcome visitors, right? As a front desk, you will never be compared with another front desk who can manage email automation, who can do project management, who can schedule appointments. Like we are digitally equipped. That's different between you and a conventional front desk officer or officer, yeah. So that's why we brought you in to equip you with these skills so you can be different in whatever you are doing. People are learning tech skills and turning them into steady income streams right from their phones. You can say, I don't have a laptop. It's not a problem. There are some skills you can conveniently learn with your phone and you will do well at it. But there are some that require you to have a laptop, yes. And we have sections of those skills. You don't have a laptop, but at least you have a phone. For you to be connected to this meeting, it means that you have a phone that has an internet. And with that, you are good to go to be digitally equipped. Some people are into graphics, video editing, web design. Days are gone when if you can't code, if you don't know how to code, you can't be in tech. There are so many non-code tech skills that people are learning and they are using it to scale in their personal business. They are working for somebody, they are on their own, they are freelancing and all that. So we are welcoming you because we know that after this night, you have to have some people have to go and think again, like, where have I been? I don't know all this. And even if you have known all this, it's time to upskill because you don't just learn and say, oh, I've learned, I've arrived. No, 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 no. You keep learning and you keep upskilling. Most of these ladies that was mentioning their names, they are our students, present students, past students. They have learned a skill, they are still learning a skill, or they still intend to come to learn another one, right? They keep going upskilling and upskilling. The more you learn, the more you earn, right? So be ready to hear all the gist that we have for you this night. This isn't another tech class, just another tech class. It's a launch pad. We're about to launch you into the world of digital skills, tech skills rather, where you'll be able to be equipped with things that will help you to survive in your either in your office or in your personal endeavors. It's a place where you gain real skill, you connect with your mentors, you meet coaches. Why I say Artec is very, very spectacular because we don't just record courses and throw it to you to learn and go. You have to meet with your coaches. You have to live classes like you meet with your coaches, they teach you, ask them questions. Like there was one of our coaches that sometimes you just ask her a question. She'll not just answer your
Hmm?
question. She'll just be like, can we schedule a section? She's so into what she's doing. She's so intentional to raise people, right? To raise people into this world, into this new world that we are evolving into. So we are happy to have you tonight. We have been able, Hertechtrail has trained thousands of ladies, women, mothers, young adults. From some of them, they are in year one university when they join Hertechtrail Academy. Some are mommies, they got a job or they changed the environment, they lost their job, and right now they're already into motherhood. They want something that can help them work and also be around their children. So they come around, they get trained, and they start moving. And you don't say, I have had somebody say, I just want to learn. I'm not here to collaborate. I'm not here to network. Don't be like that person. You must network, you must collaborate for you to get what you really
Can
want
you
to get,
stop?
right? Sorry, if your mic is on, you can just mute it to avoid distraction. So I know some of our students that they were just accountability partners in the academy, and after the academy, they become real friends. They become lifetime friends, connecting one another to job opportunities and gigs. That's why Hertechtrail is very, very special and different from any other tech academy. So we have trained so many ladies, and this time around, we are called for you to get into the train. It's now your turn, and we can't wait to have you get rolled up. So I want you to imagine yourself as the next person we will celebrate. In fact, one of the speakers tonight is our past student. Is a student that graduated from our tech trio, and you will hear from her directly. We hear from her. We get to know how she acquired her design skills and how she has been using it to live a broke free life. Let me use that word. Not every time I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. After acquiring these skills and putting it into practice, doing the right thing, you will not be broke again. There are nothing like I'm broke and all those stuff that students use in the university. So you get to hear from her. She's a student. She was a student, and she told me that this cohort 14, she's coming back to learn again because in this environment we keep learning. We keep learning. Even the experts, they keep looking for a greater grant to us upskill. So they will remain relevant in their places of work. So please stay with us till the end. Don't be in a hurry to leave. That's why we've been announcing it weeks ago. Don't be in a hurry. We're not going to take much of your time. It's actually scheduled to be an hour meeting, right? So even if we exceed an hour, maybe 10 minutes or so, don't be in a hurry to leave. Don't say, I've grasped what they're saying, let me just go home. Ensure you stay to the end, prepare your questions, open your heart to hear from the speakers, and drop your questions if you have any. Of course, I know you will. After tonight, I don't want you to just say, I attended the webinar. I want you to say, I took the right step. I took the first step to making money from tech, and it's beginning to work. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just feeling like you're sitting close to your neighbor. Tell your neighbor you are welcome, even though you can't see your neighbor. Just tell your neighbor you're welcome to this webinar. I can't wait to connect. I can't wait to meet fellow ladies. I can't wait to learn, and I can't wait to soar in the digital world. So thank you and have a beautiful evening.
Thank you so much, Happiness. Thank you. And by the way, that was our academy director. She is actually the driving force behind every learning, everything that goes on in the academy. Let's give it up for Happiness Ajayi, and also do well to connect with her on LinkedIn and on X. She's on LinkedIn, and her handles have been dropped in the comments. Do well to connect with her. Thank you so much, Happiness. And like she said, do not be in a hurry to go. This event is power packed. Like I said before, you will not go back the same way you came. Yeah. And like she also said, try to connect. Connect. Networking is key. Connect with one another. You don't know where that connection will take you tomorrow. And yet again, we are going to be hearing from the very person whose vision birthed this incredible community, the founder and executive director. We call her the Odogress, right? So please, it is not an easy one. Just one person decided to empower African
I'm so
women,
sorry.
their skills, and she made it happen. We've trained more than 25,000 people in over 20 countries, right? And it's a vision that came just from one woman. She's a visionary leader, a trailblazer. She's the heart behind her tech trail. Let's give it up for our founder, our Odogres, Gloria Ojuku. Let's see. Let me see your hands. Let me see you as you celebrate her. Thank you. Hello, Gloria. Are you here?
Hi everyone. Good evening. Hi
Um,
Abigail. That introduction was sounding so serious. Hi everyone. Can you hear me? If you can
Yes,
hear
loud
me, just say
and
hi.
clear. Hi.
yes,
Amazing.
yes, we can.
Amazing. Welcome to the webinar. You may already know my name, Gloria Ojuku. It's really a good time to meet with you ladies again. This is one of my favorite times when I get to meet with our tech trailers. And thank you all for coming today. So we're going to be starting now. And before we start, I want us to do something, very simple. Just, I believe every one of us here is on LinkedIn. So if you're not on LinkedIn, you need to have a LinkedIn account. If you want to do well in tech, if you want to be outstanding in tech, you have to, be like on LinkedIn, even though you're not very active. But if you can be active, that would be like an extra bonus. Then what I want you guys to do, what I want us to do now, post your LinkedIn profiles. I want us to connect with each other. Right. So one of the things that will help you grow in tech before we actually start is people that you network with. So tech is not that field where you say, "Oh, I just want to be alone. I just want to do my thing alone," and then you're just on your own. So you have to network with other people. You have to, form a community with other people. Here in Hertechtrail, we are over 23,000 women in our official community group. And as you may have heard, we are in over 25 countries. And we have equipped a lot of women, thousands of women, with technical and digital skills. And I believe that tech, or basically learning, is not something that you do once and you stop. Even me, I am still learning. I am still evolving, right? The day you stop growing, um, the day you stop learning, that's actually the day that you tell yourself that you're ready to, just like not basically physically, but not necessarily physically, but then you're just ready to die off. Right. So let's start. Today we are going to be talking about um gaining financial freedom, with tech as a girly. So there's something unique about this particular webinar. It's for we the girls. So I'd like to call us girls. So even though you're like 50 years old, you're still a girly. You're still like, a girl, a fine girl, right? So I'm going to, let me see. I want to share my screen. Okay. So let's give it a start. So before we actually start, if you have heard about her tech trip prior now, say hi on the chat. I want to know, like before this event, you have heard about her tech trip prior now. I want to know how many of us, knew about her tech trail before now. So just say hi on the chat if you already knew about her tech trail. Oh, amazing. Amazing. A lot of oh my god, amazing. I see someone from cohort 3. That's really amazing. So that tells you that Hertechtrail is a place that if you come in, you want to keep coming. Imagine cohort 3. We're actually in the 13th cohort, going to for the 14th cohort right now because the application for the 14th cohort is currently ongoing and is about to end. And someone from cohort 10 is here, someone from cohort 7, someone from cohort 9 and 12. I've seen amazing ladies here who have attended not just one track, they do like 3, 4, 5 tracks because they don't just want to stop, learning. And that's really an amazing trait to have if you want to grow. So before we start, what I want to tell you guys today, I want us to look at her tech trail. I want to share with you a story I'm gonna make it very short this time because of time. I want to share with you what motivated starting her tech trail and why her tech trail, her tech trail come to be. Okay, so as you may have known, Hertechtrail is an organization that is aimed at helping women of color, African women, to grow in tech, right? And we basically are focused on digital skills, technical skills, like basically like digital literacy. So we do this via our community and via our academy. So our community is where we come together as women. We learn things, we do events, we come together, grow together, we learn together, and basically that is how we've been. So we started her tech trade in 2019, and prior then, basically, um, I was someone that you know as a okay, this is like over a decade of me being in tech. So, but before, please mute your mics. If you're not saying anything, mute your mics. Mute your mics, please. So before I got into tech, I needed it. I needed somewhere to look up to or a place that I could find help because when I was getting started in tech, then it's not like now where whatever you need right now you have a lot of resources that can actually help you get started. You have the internet, although there was internet then, but yeah, still limited resources. Today you have a lot of resources. You have online boot camps. You have a lot of communities. You have a lot of women that you can look up to. You have a lot of black women that you can look up to today. You have a lot of programs, a lot of empowerment programs for women in tech. It has always not been like this, right? So, but then, I was starting out, but I knew that this is not something that, I was going to be able to do on my own. So that basically, puts me in a research mode. I started researching, and that really made me understand that there was really little or no, resource for the black woman, the average African woman how develop interest. It's not like I even saw someone doing it, but that's like a story for another day. So when I was about to start, I realized that there was nobody, like literally little or no one, that was willing to like. In fact, there was nobody, right? So mostly the people you'll be finding are like mostly like white people, and then believe me, years back there was little or no access to those people. Right. And then there were other people that were also doing these things, but there was no meeting point for us. So probably they were also struggling on their own. I was also struggling on my own, and there was nothing like GDG or her tech trail or like all these communities that you hear about where you can come and find people with similar interests as you. So that was one of the challenges. So I told myself that, you know what, I am going to, make sure that when I leave this stage, I'm not going to, let the next person who is coming up face this challenge because it made me to struggle. It's not like now when you get started in tech and then like after like 6 months to 1 year, you're already getting a job. It's not like that then, right? So I had to struggle to, get the opportunities that I got then. But then I told myself that after then, the next woman or the next women who are going to be coming up will not face this challenge, right? And that was what made me. I told women basically it was like a simple post. Oh, if you need help, you're women in tech, you're a woman in tech, you need help. I'll always be here to, help you. You want to get into tech. So it was from a single post. A lot of people started DMing me, oh, they actually are struggling with something like this as well. They want to do this, they want to do this. And at some point, literally, at that point, I was really literally holding like free tutorials for women, like sharing what I knew with them. Sometimes I could even schedule physical meetings with them for free, right? Just to make sure that they got to understand these things because I didn't want them to struggle. So at some point, it became very overwhelming and to everybody that was coming to meet me again because they became so much. And that was how I thought about how about we create, or how about I come up with a platform, where people can actually come together and learn together. As a matter of fact, when we started Hertechtrail, we were, I think, in the first cohorts, we were like, I think, there's 30 something or thereabout, and we're only 2 tracks. Today we have over, you know 13 tracks, or let me say 8 to 13 tracks, because of the levels involved. And we have over, 50 something coaches in the database for coaches, and we have trained thousands of ladies. A movement that started with just 20 something to 30 something ladies, right? And today, here we are training. We don't just train women in Nigeria, we've trained women in, America, UK, Canada, Kenya. Basically, we're black, we're women of color. Anywhere you are in the world, you have access to Hertechtrail. So if you want to visit our website, you can do well to visit hertechtrail.org, right? So let me share the website with you, hertechtrail.org, right? So there you can find out all the information that you would want to find out. So let's dive deeper into what we have today. Are you still with me? I hope I'm not speaking gibberish. Are you still with me, ladies? Give me a thumbs up if you're still with me.
Yes, we are.
Yes. Okay, amazing. Amazing. So my name is Gloria Ojuku. You can find me on LinkedIn as Gloria Ojuku. Aside running her tech trail, I'm a techpreneur. So I enjoy the tech field. I've been in tech literally all my career life. Even before I got into the university, I've been doing tech, and afterwards, I've been doing tech. Basically, tech is like most of the things that I've done in my adult career life. And I'm also, like, aside running her tech trail, I help, global products, launch, go live with their products. I basically like software business, so yeah, so that's by the side. So if you want to find me on Twitter, I'm not so much active on Twitter right now, but I'm planning to get back there. But yeah, I'm very active on LinkedIn at tech_Bella. Okay, so how to gain financial freedom with tech as a girly? What does financial freedom mean to you? Anyone, you want to raise your hand? Let's talk. This is going to be very conversational. Anybody wants to tell me what they think financial freedom? Please don't unmute your mic until I call your name, just to maintain order. Yeah, let's hear from Emanuela. Emanuela, you can go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So to me, financial freedom is a peace of mind, the ability to spend, do what you want to do without necessarily being anxious that, oh, when will I have this, when will I have that. To me, just another form of peace of mind.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I think you're muted or
Oh,
something.
I'm done.
I didn't get you. You were muted at some point.
Okay.
Our voice is breaking.
Said to me, financial freedom is another form of that aspect. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Okay,
Wow.
go ahead. Go ahead. We can hear
Yes, we
you.
can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, let's hear from someone else. Any other person who wants to go? I think her
Okay.
network is
I
glitchy.
got to me, financial freedom is another line. Wow. Okay. I'm not people.
Okay, so let's move to someone else. Thelma says financial freedom is being able to afford whatever you want without being a mathematician all the time. Okay, that was funny. Okay, let's hear from Joy. Joy, yes, go ahead. Unmute your mic and go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, to me, financial freedom is independence on anybody for financial resources, being able to get things yourself without depending on any other person.
Oh, amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, Joy. Let's hear from Precious. Precious, your hand is raised. You can go ahead. Okay. Any other person wants to try? Okay.
Okay, there's Emanuela Adio in the comments.
Yeah, Emmanuel says being able to afford. Okay, financial freedom is another state of mind, the ability to spend without being anxious, or you're worrying about your next spend. Okay. Juliana says financial freedom happens when your income can cover all your expenses and exceed. Oh, amazing. So amazing. So okay, let's move ahead, right? So I'm just give me a minute because I think I noticed something here. Okay. Give me a minute, please.
So while we're waiting, Oganemodi says financial freedom is when you don't have to spend on someone to spend. When you don't have to depend on someone to spend. Philip Rachel says financial freedom is having enough income and savings to live comfortably without being dependent on others or worried about money. Thank you. Keep it coming. Patience Oyewole says financial freedom means financial independence. All right. Now, Lauren says financial freedom is a state where you have the resources or wealth to chase your dreams. Amazing. Laura says financial freedom is when you are independent, like you are able to afford things easily. Samuel Chinaza says financial freedom to me is your wealth working for you and able to impact others. Beautiful. Beautiful. Keep it coming. Are you ready, Gloria?
Yeah, I'm ready. Thank you so much, Abigail.
Okay.
So thank you so much to everyone who, I think your contributions are all correct. So basically, first of all, when you're not in debt, you're not owing anyone, you're not depending on anyone to be able to take care of yourself, your basic needs and all of that. So the truth is here currently we have a lot of people who are not yet in that level. And by financial freedom, we are not talking about you being a billionaire. We're not talking about you being the richest person in the world. That is something to also aspire to, but that is not necessarily what financial freedom is. So financial freedom is you not necessarily worrying about your next your next meal. So if you stop working now, let's say something happens to your job, how long are you going to be able to survive? So if you're going to be able to survive, like not even survive, but like live comfortably, if you're going to be able to live comfortably for 6 months, it means you're financially free for 6 months. If you're going to be able to live comfortably for 1 year, it means you're financially free for 1 year. So that's basically what financial freedom is. And showing you how you can use tech as a tool to actually get to that level, right? So some people aspire to be, there are people, even if they don't work in for the next 10 years, they are okay, right? They might not buy a private jet, but they're able to do all the things they can. Like they don't even need to go down, below the life that they already know. They can eat well, they can wear good clothes, they can help the people they used to help. That's basically what financial freedom is. Okay, so why tech? Why there are different ways that you might want to get to financial freedom. So why are we talking about tech today? Okay, so first of all, tech is a tool that will help you if you leverage it properly. It's a tool that can help you actually reach that goal. So right now, first of all, we are ladies, right? We are all ladies. you can decide to say, okay, I want to go and make my hair. I mean, I want to go do people's hair. I want to go into nail tech. All of those things, you can also attain financial freedom through those routes, right? But then, why are we advocating for more women to get into tech? Now, currently, we have just about 24, I mean, 4%, 3 to 4% of women, in tech who are Black women. When we say in tech, we mean women who actually hold tech jobs. Right now, 23 to 24% of these, I think 23 to 26% of these women are like, of these people who hold tech jobs globally are women. Right now, out of these women, only about 3 to 4% of them are Black women. So that, what does that tell you? It means that we are like at the bottom barrel when it comes to sharing the pie, when it comes to sharing the national cake. Let me use that word, right? We are in the bottom barrel when it comes to sharing the resources that are available, right? And now tech is not something that, when we're little, you can remember one of those your uncles that told you that you should bring your CV, and they never, you gave it to them, but they never replied. Tech is not like that, right? Where you have to depend on people. Now is your time. I mean, most of you are becoming aunties, right? So now is your turn now to become aunties, but that's not what we are talking about today. Okay, so you can remember, so tech is not basically that place where you need one big connection, or you need one of your uncles to connect you to one oil and gas job. You don't need that in tech, right? Even though when you have people that speak for you, right, it's going to help you grow faster. But literally, tech is that place where even though you don't have anybody like that, you can actually still scale. But there are industries that you can never become anything meaningful if you don't have like a big person in power speaking for you. So that's one of the reasons why we are choosing tech. For those of us that are women, we have a lot of relatable stories that you can remember, or somebody around you as a woman that has told you, or that has shared how maybe her boss tried to molest her, or told her that if she doesn't do this, she won't get the job, or she won't remain in the job. So tech is not like that. So that's one of the reasons why I feel like tech is a safe space for women, right? So if you're a woman, you don't need any of those kind of harassment, any of those kind of connections, to excel, basically. So it has a very limited barrier and entry access, you know, especially as, okay. Now, one of the reasons again why we go for tech, of course, in financial independence, and that's basically why we're here. Due to opportunity, tech is that field that, please mute your mics, mute your mics. Tech is that field. If you're in Nigeria, you can literally work for a company in the US. You can literally work for a company in Nigeria. I mean, in other countries. If you're in Port Harcourt, you can be working for a company in Uyo, right? There are some industries that will not allow you do that. If you're into nail tech, for example, right, you cannot be in Uyo and be doing nail tech for someone who is in Abuja, except you get to a very big level where probably they'll book flight for you. But tech, even when you're still starting out, maybe in your first year and your second year, there are a lot of opportunities, right? And now in tech is one of those fields that literally you can use tech and gain experience in every other field. I haven't worked directly in some of these other industries before, but believe me, I know what the entertainment industry looks like. I know what you know I know what the fashion industry looks like. I know what the food industry looks like. I know what health industry looks like. I know what the finance industry looks like. I know what, but why is this possible? Basically because I'm in tech. So because I'm in tech, I'm able to work on these products. And tech is one field that no matter every other industry that you're in, you will always need tech. You see people who are in medicine, they are using telemedicine. People who are in biology, that are using biotech. So no matter the industry that you're in, they would always need tech. So you're like a hot cake. Basically, every industry, let's say you're a social media manager right now, you will see somebody who is in oil and gas is looking for a social media manager. So you don't necessarily have to be in that field directly to be able to gain opportunities. So this is one of the amazing things about tech, right? So endless opportunities, global opportunities, cross-border opportunities, and then we also have empowerment and confidence, especially for women. I keep saying this because I know how tech has helped me and some other women around me, right? You can literally, change your life when you take this thing serious, right? And then innovation, you see new things coming out every day because of tech, things that will not, if you were told 10 years ago, the time will come when, people, okay, let me just even say, yeah, 10 years ago, as at 10 years ago, there was nothing like TikTok, where you could just literally, just be talking online and people are giving you coins and you're making money from the coins. If you were told 10 years ago that those kind of technologies would erupt in the next 10 years, you might not believe it, right? So innovation, new things are coming up every time and they are powered by tech, right? And then platform for growth. Tech is literally a platform that you grow in, right? So all these things, you not being able to, you not needing, a godfather per se to succeed, you not, going under, or going through harassment or stuff like that. You don't, except, except maybe you were not well informed. But if you're well informed, tech is a place that you can literally grow without all those things, right? So money is not everything, but get it first. A lot of people will tell you money is not everything, but please get it first. So these are pictures of women who are like, this person is working from the beach, this person is working from home, and this is reality. you know this is reality. You can if you're in tech, you can literally like work from anywhere you want. You can say, okay, today I'm going to be going to a restaurant. I'm going to work from a restaurant. Today I'm going to go to this other place. If you're like a family person, right, and you have like kids, don't always have to leave them and wonder how they are faring, and all of that. So tech is something that can, apart from the money, the lifestyle is flexible and there's a whole lot of growth opportunities. There are industries that before you earn some certain kind of money, you have to stay in that industry for like 10 years or 20 years earn some amount of money. But here in tech is not like that. Literally, like in your second year, third year, fourth year, you can start seeing, some growth opportunities, and it is not like that in some other industries. So I'm going to share with you mistakes that newbies make when starting out in tech, because I don't want you to make the same mistake. The first one is not learning enough. So this is like a pandemic currently going on, where you see a lot of people who want to learn, a tech skill, and they want to learn it in 2 weeks. They don't want to invest their time. They don't want to invest their time into learning these things. And literally, you see like a lot of people who are selling courses. You literally see someone who is still learning, and the person is teaching another person, and the person is selling a course, and they will tell you become a data analyst in 2 weeks. How is that possible? It's not possible. You cannot become a good data analyst in 2 weeks. And that's why when some of those people see a structured training program like Hertechtrail, where you get to learn for months, some of them cannot stay to actually learn because they feel like it's wasting their time. In Hertechtrail, data analysis takes 6 months for you to say, okay, I've finished the curriculum before you can even start, continue growing. Okay. Same with design. You first of all do the UI UX, then you go to the product design. Same with product management. So if anybody is telling you a course and they are telling you that you will become an 2 weeks, it's not possible. They want to eat your money. They want to cheat you. They want to lie to you. And most of those people are not even grounded themselves. Probably they just finished a course from one of these online courses, and then they want to come, and some of them will even go and steal somebody's course content, repackage it, and start selling to you. Right? So you need to invest enough time. Most of you are university graduates, right? You spent 4 years, 5 years. Some of you spent 6 years because of ASU strike, And then when you come out, some of you, like some of those certificates haven't even done anything for you. Me personally, I don't even know if I want to bring out my certificate, I have to go and start searching inside my box to bring it out, because I literally do not use it, right? Because mostly all the opportunities I've gotten, the global opportunities, nobody has ever asked me, give me your results. They always are after, what can you do? What can you do with your, like, what skill do you know? Okay, so you need to, now those certificates haven't really done much for you. Even some people, except you're like in a very like medicine, law, those are like highly specialized, training. And you know how long you spent, learning those programs. And now you want to, so you've heard that tech can change your life. So why do you expect to learn something that can change your life in 2 weeks? Not be juju be that. Something that can change your life, you want to learn it in 2 weeks. It's not possible, right? So another one is not investing in structured learning. Now, I see a lot of people that will tell you YouTube, why go waste money when YouTube did here? Now, the truth is YouTube is amazing. I myself, I use YouTube, but there are some things that you would want to learn. There are some level of growth you want to achieve. YouTube will not be the best for you, especially as a beginner, because you will not find any coach on YouTube to answer your questions. You will not find any community on YouTube to learn with, right? You will not find any motivation on YouTube. So basically, so how I use YouTube is, if there's something that maybe I already know how to do something, but there are some tricks that I still want to, I can go to YouTube. So YouTube is amazing for for ground skilling. Okay, so another one is waiting for the perfect time. Some of you say, oh, when I get married. Some of you say, oh, when I finish giving birth. Some of you will say, oh, when I go to Canada and come back. Oh, when I do this, when I do this. The truth is that there is no perfect time. There is no perfect time. So far you have the time now. Stop waiting till the perfect time. There is no perfect time, right? So because the more you wait, the more new things come out, and the more it might be difficult for you to get started. So stop giving the excuses and just start already. Right now, another one is, taking jobs for granted. Now, a lot of people have the mindset that tech is like a side gig. Now, there are some industries that you can take as side gig, but not tech. Except you don't want to do well, you want to just be like a half-baked, techie. But if you want to do well in tech, I don't think tech is something you should be using as your side gig. Okay, so you can use tech as your main gig, and then probably use like other ones, probably if you want to, if you know how to make hair, but tech is not that kind of a field where, okay, there was a time we put out job opportunities. A company wanted to hire somebody, I think a UI UX designer. We called this lady, and she said she was a nurse and she was not ready to quit her job. So why did you apply for this role if you know that you're not ready? Right? So she wanted to use, tech as a side gig, which is not possible, right? So don't take these jobs for granted. There are real opportunities out there, right? And then not seeking mentorship. Some people just feel they know it all. Even me, I have mentors. I have people that I look up to. I have people that advise me. So you can't literally do everything on your own. Okay, another thing is focusing on noise. We are in a noisy world, in a noisy era. You go online, you see a lot of things, you see a lot of people. Some people are literally just content creators, and they are saying a lot of things. So that is why, another reason why you need structured learning, because if you don't have structured learning, you're going to be everywhere learning a lot of things at the same time, and at some point you might even get confused. Okay, now another problem is people treating tech as a get rich quick scheme. Tech is not flip coin. It's not a platform where you come and flip your coin. You put $10, you get $10,000. No, it's not like that. Some people will even ask you, if I learn this tech now, when will I start making money? It's not like that. It's something that you want to, commit to as a career. look at all the people that are doing well in tech today. Just look at them. Go to LinkedIn, look at them. You literally see that they did not start today. And they did not start earning thousands of dollars in their second month or in their third month or even in their first year. Sometimes not even in their second year, right? So you need to be able to follow a path and grow. But the truth is that whether your first year or second year, you can never be broke. You cannot be you cannot be in tech and say you're broke. Those ones I'm talking about are people that those ones have reached another level because they've paid their dues. Okay, so you start small. And then when I say you start small, that does not mean that you will not be suffering because I say you should start small. No, you will still earn well to some extent. And it's still better than a lot of industries out there, believe me. Okay, so not wanting to invest in their growth. There are some women, they are literally, they will be, there are some women I know, they can save money from January to December just to buy iPhone. Not because they want to use the iPhone for something around their career. They can save money from January to December just to buy bone straights. They can save money from January to December just to buy one makeup kit. Now, are these things good? Of course, they are amazing because, I mean, they make you look good and all of that. But if you can spend money, if you can save money in all these things, for all these things, why can't you save money for something that can change your life? So you need to be able to invest in yourself. If I tell people how much I've spent investing in myself, they get shocked because they'll be like, ah, you already know tech, now why are you still spending? So you need to be able to invest in your own growth. Some of you paid school fees, right? Hundreds of thousands before you graduated every year. And then when it comes to tech, something that will change your life, you become wise or you become financially prudent. So you need to be able to, make calculated decisions and know what will pay you more and invest in those things. Okay. So, okay, this is not supposed to be here. I wanted to share some of the stories of amazing people. Forget about the caption, but these are stories of amazing people that have passed through Hertechtrail. Now, I'm sharing just two people's story because of time. We have a lot of them. We have like thousands of them. If you go on LinkedIn, you search for Hertechtrail, you see a lot of stories. If you go to Facebook, search for Hertechtrail, you see a lot of people that have shared their stories from Hertechtrail. So a lot of you know Wofi. If you're in Hertechtrail community, you must have known Wofi. Wofi with us in cohort 4. She was she was in the data analytics track. When she finished from cohort 4, she went to cohort 5 to do the pro, right? And after then, she was so serious. I think her first job, she worked as a data analyst in her tech trail. Then after that, she got another job. Right now she's working for, I think this is a US company, Move. It's a US company. So I'm sharing this story because now she's still a coach in her tech trail. She's still a coach. She coaches the people in data analysis track. I'm sharing this story so that you see that these are human beings. They are not robots. They are not fake. Like, it's not fake. You can go on LinkedIn and search for her name. You will see her name. Go through her profile. You will see that she graduated from her tech trail. So these are real stories of real human beings that took. Now, one of the things that stood out for me for Wofi was how her coach was always applauding her when they were learning. That was Coach Chukudi. Always, telling me that this lady is always outstanding. Always, if you give an assignment today, before before the deadline, she has already submitted and all of those kind of things. So he picked interest in her career growth, and he told me that he wanted to make sure that he gets a job. And within a year, she got a job. So one of the things you need to do is to be serious. Let everybody around you know that, I just started this thing, serious about it. When I was learning tech, do you know I'm big, like in terms of, I'm big now physically, right? When I was learning tech, I was very slim. I was skipping meals. I did not care about anything. I did not have friends. It's now that I'm beginning to build my social life again. Then I did not have friends. I literally focused on my tech. I could literally be pressing laptop from morning till night. And people that did not understand would be like every time she's pressing laptop. You understand? So it has a cost, and it's not only financial cost, it has like other costs. You need to be able to invest your time, invest your passion, invest your commitment, right? Another person is Claire Iwe. Claire Iwe is one amazing person that, even for those of you that are in the design track, she has been coaching. She started with us from cohort 1. She was in the first cohort. She was the best graduating student in cohort 1. I always like to share her stories because I personally carried her like along her journey and everything. When she finished her design journey, I recommended her to the first place that she worked as an intern. And after she finished that internship, I recommended her to another place again where she worked, for a while as a designer before she now went international and went global and started getting global jobs, right? So right now, even after that, she was the academic director at some point in Hertechtrail. So what is obvious between like among these people, there's always that willingness to grow. There's always that willingness to grow. You can go online and search her name up. So we have a lot of other amazing stories. If I start sharing their stories here, we will not go to the Abigail, the moderator for today, one of the best video editors. She graduated from her Hertechtrail, I think from cohort 8 or thereabout. She works in her Hertechtrail today, right? Mrs. Happiness as well. She graduated from her Hertechtrail. We have a lot of amazing, people that have graduated from her Hertechtrail that we cannot even start sharing their stories today because of time, right? I think the time is far spent. Mrs. Happiness is fulfilled here now.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Let me just round up. Fulfilled is also one of the graduates from her Hertechtrail. So she's going to be sharing her story with us today as well. So develop your skills. Steps for excelling in text. Develop your skills. Start simple. Some people, right? You want to know everything in one day. It's not possible, right? There are some things that has like a higher learning curve than others. For example, if you want to become a good data engineer, you cannot just start with data engineering. You can start with data, maybe data entry, then you go to data analysis, So because when you want to grasp at the same time, it overwhelms you. It can be overwhelming. So you can start simple. Okay. So if you want to go into growth marketing, you can start from social media manager. And there are really good social media managers out there that also earn really, really well. So keep investing in self-development, invest in structured learning, like I have said already. Put yourself out there, build meaningful network, right? I'm going to talk about this when Fulfilled is done with her talk. Okay, practical ways to make money in tech. So I'm going to leave that for when Fulfilled is done. So thank you. I'll be back soon.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Gloria. Wow. Wow, ladies. This is fire. I mean, if you're not already motivated now, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Thank you so much. Just like she rightly said, keep growing, keep learning. Oh, she said, invest in your time, invest in your passion, invest in your commitment. That is fire, ladies. I hope you're already motivated. Let me see an emoji. Can you please give us an emoji? Let's know that you are still here with us. Thank you so much, Gloria, for that wonderful talk. Thank you so much. And please, please do well to connect with our founder, our Odogres, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, X, and Facebooks. And Facebook, also connect with us, Hertechtrail on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Thank you so much, Gloria. Now, see, real stories and real results. That's what we are giving you. We are not just talking. We are telling you like how it is happening, reality. Yeah, thank you so much, Gloria. So, I'm going to be calling on the next speaker for today. When I say next speaker, said real stories and real results. She actually did learn from her tech trail, and today she's here to tell us how she's been earning and leveraging tech. Give it up as we welcome Fulfilled Izuchuku. Let's give it up for her. You can take this mic now, Fulfilled. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Abigail.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hope you can hear me. Can you hear
Yes,
me?
we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much. It has been an amazing evening. And thank you, Miss Gloria. Thank you, Miss Gloria. Thank you, Miss Ma'am Happiness. Like, thank you to everyone at Hertechtrail for organizing this beautiful evening. I am so happy to be here. I think this is the second time I'll be joining this section. Thank you so much. And my name is Fulfilled Promise. I'm a graphic designer. I joined Hertechtrail in cohort 8 and I graduated as the best graduating student under her graphic designing track. I am here to tell my story of how I started and how it's been going. I hope you can hear me.
Yes,
Yes, we
we
can.
can. Yes, we can.
All
Go ahead. Go ahead. We can.
right. Thank you. There is something Miss Gloria said. She talked about starting small. Like, and that thing really hits me because the truth is, I wanted to do UI UX design. But because you cannot do UI UX design with smartphone, that was why I had to go and do graphic designing. And to tell you of the truth, graphic designing has really helped my life. I've made money from graphic designing and now I own a laptop. I bought my own laptop and I'm joining the next cohort. I am joining cohort 14 to learn my UI UX design. So now that's I just wanted to bring in that part because she said you can start from somewhere. You understand? You really need to start from somewhere. I started from graphic designing and I started as someone that was confused with a lot of things. But coming to Hertechtrail, I learned a lot of things. Coming to Hertechtrail, I had my coaches who would always tell you the right things to do. And that's one of the things I love about Hertechtrail. Hertechtrail is so organized and so like I don't even know how to start talking about Hertechtrail, but I can't my story cannot be complete without Hertechtrail. I won't lie to you. I joined 2023 when I started learning design and it has been an amazing journey. Like graphic design has changed my life. That's just what I need to say right now. And it has not been easy. Just like Ms. Gloria said, you can't just come into tech today and start earning today. I never started earning immediately, but I was opportune to earn. Like I started earning after okay, I started earning when I was even in the academy. Maybe because I don't know, but maybe because I started showing up on time. I was taught to show up, show your work, post your work, show up online, and I started doing that, and it helped me a lot. It helped me as a graphic designer. It made me it made me gain more grounds. It made me gain more knowledge on what I wanted to do. Just like I told you, my real aim was to do UI UX design. But because I didn't own a laptop, like it's funny that ever since I finished in cohort 8, I have been applying for Hertechtrail to do UI UX design, hoping to get a laptop before the next starts. But unluckily for me, when I get the admission to join, I wouldn't have a laptop. And there's no way I'm going to join without a laptop because I can't be using Figma on my smartphone. You understand? But I am grateful for graphic design right now because I now own my own laptop. It's really a big testimony for me because it's all thanks to graphic design, all thanks to Hertechtrail. I don't really want to waste much of our time. All I just want to say is I want to add a little more thing to what Miss Gloria said about starting small. Start from those skills that connect with each other. I knew that graphic design connected with UI, UX, and product design. That was why I started there. And here I am now, owning my own laptop from the money I earned from graphic designing. So the only thing I just have to say is this: just put in put your all, just put in all your all in the learning. As we're about to start the next cohort, which is cohort 14, which I'll be among, all we need to do is just keep practicing, do assignments, do tests, like do whatever it is your coaches are asking you to do, because it's going to help you a lot. Just like Ma'am Gloria said, connect on LinkedIn. This is one mistake I made when I started out. I didn't join LinkedIn immediately. It was this year, funny enough, it was this year I started using LinkedIn. And I feel I started late, but it's still not late. I am going to leverage LinkedIn on this cohort 14, which I'm joining now. I use my Twitter very well. I'm very much active on Twitter and on Facebook, but not on LinkedIn. But I'm going to do that in this current cohort that is about to start. So if I am to advise anyone, I'm going to advise you leverage all the social media platforms if you can, because clients are everywhere and they are seeing you. The more you post your work, the more they see you, the more they trust you, and the more they want to hire you. That's the only thing I would want to say. And I am a living testimony of that. Graphic design has helped me, Hertechtrail has helped me. And that is all I have to say. Thank you so much for this evening. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for Faith Promise. Thank you for that motivation. Thank you for letting us know how graphic design has helped you and how the Hertechtrail community has also helped you. Thank you so much. Ladies, I hope we are learning a lot. I hope we are learning a lot. What she said, show up, keep showing up, start from where you are and keep showing up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So right about now, please, you can drop your questions. I know that we have all been waiting to ask questions. I know that you have a lot of questions. Please drop your questions in the comment section while I invite our founder again, our Odogress, to come take the mic. Gloria, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm coming, please.
Okay. So while we are waiting, please drop your questions in the comments. We'll attend to everyone's question. Drop your questions in the comments and do well to connect with our speakers for today. Happiness on X and LinkedIn. Do well to connect with Izuchuku Fulfilled on X, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Do well to connect with Gloria on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and X. Do well to connect with our Tech Trail also. And if you feel like, oh, this is your time to start again, to start to go into tech, the Hertechtrail Academy is here for you. We are not just an academy, we are also a community. We will hold your hands. And if you feel like, oh, you don't even know where to start, no problem, no problem. We will hold your hands and tell you where to start, right? So please connect with us while we wait for Gloria to join us.
Okay,
I
I'm
hope that we are motivated already. Gloria, you're welcome. You can
thank.
take the mic.
All right. So, yeah, practical ways to make money in tech. I know this is the moment that you all have been waiting for, right? So the first one is master a digital/tech skill. Now look at the keyword master. Now that does not mean that if you don't master it like an expert, you will not make money. No. If that was the case, you wouldn't have job roles for like beginners, interns, associates, and all of that. So you can still make money as a beginner in tech, but you need to be able to, add value. I think that's the main thing I want you to understand. You need to be able to add value. Let's say you're joining a company as let's say data analyst, right? You want to be able to measure your value, the value that you're getting into the organization. Even though you're a beginner, even though you're a starter, there are some companies that strategically hire those roles because they know that even though they are starting roles, they have impact that they can get from those people. But the problem is that you can be even an expert role or even an expert level, but you're not adding value. And that's why some people get jobs after like 2 months, they lose the job because, and it's not like they are not smart, but they've not been able to measure what the company really wants from them versus what they can give and balance it. Okay, so master a tech skill and then get a job. Now, when we say get a job, I know that it might not be easy to just get a job, but the truth is that if you know what you're doing, there are opportunities out there. Now, take one other industry that you don't even need to work in one, like in one very big company like Google or Twitter or maybe Facebook for you to know that you're in tech. No, even there are some small companies that can pay you well depending on your level, right? Then leverage tech to grow your business. If you have a business, let's say you're into fashion, right? You don't necessarily need to leave that your fashion business and start, tech because you hear that there is tech, there is money in tech. Now there are people who are doing really well in this tech business, right? Let's say they have like a business, like a food business or a fashion business, but because they learned one or two tech skills like video editing or data analysis, they were able to, because now the money that they would have been using to pay those people, they acquire those skills themselves and save that money. And when you save money for your business, the business grows faster. So there was one of these ladies that she's into fashion. I think last year she came and acquired video editing skills. And she said that she came back and told us that her sales skyrocketed after just learning video editing because she was using that skill to showcase her brand and her business, right? So you don't always need to be in tech 100% or maybe be a data analyst working in one tech company. No, it can be your own business as well. So these are practical ways you can make money in tech. You can also start a digital business, online businesses, and these are really easy to start compared to physical businesses where you need to go and rent an office, hire plenty staff. So with digital business, you can literally just have only you start, and then probably like a virtual assistant start with you, and then you guys can grow. There are a lot of small online businesses that make millions every year. It's possible, right? And I've seen it happen. I've seen people who are doing it, right? Then productize your knowledge, but this one you have to be careful because I don't want a situation where you just learn something and after 2 weeks you're already teaching, you're already having your own course. This is what is causing one of the biggest issues we have right now in the education space, where somebody who should still be learning is busy teaching other people. So when you have gotten to that level where you know that okay, I've mastered this skill, right, then you can start teaching other people. But now, productizing your knowledge, you don't need to wait till you become an expert for you to start sharing your work online. For example, if you go on LinkedIn now, most of the people that in Hertechtrail that have gotten jobs before the cohort ended were people that were putting out their knowledge online. So let's say your product management, as you're learning, you're teaching other people. Like it doesn't matter if you're an expert, but at that point, you're just sharing what you know, right? Now, when you share what you know, companies are seeing you, employers are seeing you, potential clients are seeing you, and they'll be like, this person is always talking about this topic. That means she knows it and they can approach you, right? So that's one of the best ways to actually attract, um, attract these things. Okay, so in tech, I'm gonna use this to close, right? But in tech is not something that it's not something that you have to struggle so much to know what is involved. Okay, now if you go to websites like Glassdoor, you will notice that you can literally see how much tech people earn. So it's not hidden. You can even Google it. It's not like maybe some of these sectors that before you even know how much they pay, you will need to have an insider. So information is free in tech. So you can literally go online and see this information for yourself, right? So these are practical ways, and you need to start from somewhere. I think fulfilled is also like she has her own brand now, graphics, design. She designs for, for brands. I knew when she started, I knew how her design was then compared to how it is now, right? So when you start, be ready for people to probably laugh at you. Those things are they are not good, but they can motivate you. They can motivate you. And I'm not saying it is good for you to laugh at people. No, don't do that. But when you find yourself in that position where it is now you that they are laughing at, you can use that as a stepping stone to grow. Because by the time people laugh at you, you'll be like, oh, I need to grow, I need to pass this level. Before you know, you pass that level and you keep growing. Okay, so I know that a lot of you might have questions, right? So I'm going to start taking questions now because we need to end this call very, very soon. It was slated for 1 hour. So someone is saying, how do I join the cohort? What's the duration of the cohort? So the cohort is 3 months. The cohort is 3 months. And the good news is that the tuition is, if you apply, right? If you apply for the program, right, and you're accepted, because not everyone that applies that gets it. So when you apply and you get it, the tuition, which is $700, you will not pay it because we are empowering you to learn a tech skill. Now, if you want to learn, let's say, data analysis, you can go out there and check from reputable organizations, so not online course sellers. No, I'm not talking of roadside online course sellers. No, I'm talking of real institutions, real organizations, registered organizations that have been in the process of training people for years. You understand? So you notice that it is expensive to learn a tech skill. So, but when you apply and you're accepted, you won't pay the tuition fee, right? I think there is the acceptance fee, which is just 15,000 naira, right? So let me get to hear more of your questions. Someone says, can I join graphic design? I really want to learn. Yeah, you can join graphic design. And the good thing about graphic design is, even though you don't have a phone, you can learn graphic design. So if you don't have a phone, you can learn graphic design, you can learn video editing as well without, I mean, even though you don't have a laptop, sorry, not a phone, even though you don't have a laptop, you can learn video editing, graphic design. Okay, so are there any other questions? Abigail, please share the link. A lot of some people want to apply, so share the link so that they can apply. Now the cohort lasts for 3 months, and if you finish the starter track, if you want to just focus on the basics, you can stop there. But if you want to get the advanced knowledge, you can come back and apply for the advanced, which we call the pro track. So for example, data analytics pro, product management pro, like that. So any other question, ask your questions. Uchechi, I see that your hand is raised. You can unmute your mic and ask, but please, if I don't call you, don't unmute your mic. The pro is happening at the same time with the starter. They are happening the same time. So this is cohort 14. If you do the starter track now, you will come back in cohort 15 and do the pro, right? If you feel that you have already known between starting point to mid-level, you can apply for the pro now, even now. So we are not doing pro separately from starter. It's happening, there are different classes because we have different coaches, different classes, and they're all happening at the same time. We have hundreds of women learning at the same time, but different classes. Okay, so someone says, I picked video editing before when I applied for the cohort, but after several days I changed my mind with that. Yeah, when you start, there is a grace period where you can change your track. So don't worry, when you're onboarded, you can change your track. Okay, someone says, okay, no, we are not paying now. You know why we are not paying now? Because we are not accepting everybody. We only accept people that we can handle. So after accepting you, that's when you now pay the acceptance fee. So you're not paying now, because if we pay now, we might not be able to. So we want to make sure that only people who we accept are going to pay the acceptance fee, right? So someone is saying 7K or 15K. Now I said 15K. The 7K is for the accelerator program. The accelerator program is not cohort based. You're not learning with other people. So the accelerator program is mainly to prepare you for the cohort program, to understand how what learning is or what it feels like to probably learn online, to prepare you. But it's very short, 1 month. So that is not our main cohort program. Our main cohort program is 3 months. Okay. So another question says, what tools can data analysis focus more on? Yeah, data analysis focus on tools like Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python. If you go to our website, go to the academy page, you're going to see the curriculums for all the tracks, and you can download the curriculum and go through them. Okay. Please ask your questions. We are going to leave this place soon. Ask your questions. Ask your questions. As a student studying nutrition and dietetics, content creator and entrepreneur, what tech skill can I go for? And confused, man. Okay, so basically, we will not be like, this particular training is not to advise you on what to learn. So we advise you to make your own research and know what you want to learn. But if you're interested in content creation, then you should go for tracks such as video editing, digital marketing, graphic design, because you will need these things to create your content. You will need to understand marketing to create your content. You will need to edit your own videos to create your content. So if you're already studying nutrition and dietetics and you want to go into content creation, maybe you want to start vlogging about food and all of that, then these are the 3 things you need to learn: video editing, graphic design, and digital marketing. Okay, my boss is in the office. My boss in the office was former MTN staff before joining our current organization. He is a web designer and other tech. He even teach people online. Said it's not easy to get remote jobs. He has been applying, but he is not getting. How true is that? So the thing is, there are people, that's why we are teaching you these things. There are people who have been in tech for 3 years and they've not gotten a job, right? They've not gotten any job. Meanwhile, there are people that have been in the tech space and even before they finished learning, they got a job. Abigail got her job before she graduated. Wofi got her job before she graduated. We have a lot of people that get their job before they graduate from the academy because they are following what we are doing for them. Now, there's something we call content challenge. Now, content challenge, when is inside the cohort program, is usually lasts for 15 days. Most people get their opportunities when they do that content challenge, right? And what does it do? It helps you put yourself out there. By the time you're putting yourself out there, people begin to know you, right? And now, apart from this whole thing, I also want you to enter into tech with the right mindset. I want you to enter into tech not because you want to you heard that, okay, this person is making money, and okay, what is this person studying? What is this person doing? This person is doing graphic design. You now want to come and study graphic design. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to understand your own passion. You need to understand your own superpower. I might be doing well in data analysis. That does not mean that this other person will do well in the same data analysis. So different people, different strengths. I've seen people that did web development and they see that it's not working for them. They quickly changed to UI UX, and when they changed, they started getting opportunities. So you need to do something not because you see somebody else doing it, but because you know that this is your passion and this is your strength, and you're eager to learn. You understand? There are people who enter tech with the wrong mindset, and those are the people that always struggle. Now, if you do everything you need to do well, you shouldn't be in tech for up to 1 year without a job. It's not possible. It's not possible for you to be in tech. You've learned. You might not get a big job that will pay you thousands of dollars, but you get a job that at least will help you sustain yourself before that very big one will now come. So it's not possible for you to be in tech for years without getting a job if you do the right things. And these are the things that you're going to be taught in the course. some of your tracks, various tracks at the end of the program, they even teach you how to face interviews and all of that. So that is it. Is payment only for people that are accepted? Yeah, it's only for people that are accepted. So if you're not accepted, you're not going to pay. Okay. So a lot of questions here. Yeah, 15K is the only fee you pay, and that is for the acceptance fee. Like I already said, the tuition fee is for free. Like if you get it, it's free. If you get the scholarship, you won't pay the tuition, right? So the acceptance fee is the only fee. Everything you get it, the certificate, every other thing comes to you at no cost. Okay. So is there any other question? Okay, there's no other question. So thank you, ladies. I really want you to, I can't wait to see you at the top, basically, right? I can't wait to see you at the top. One time, I think 2 years ago, or okay, last year, I made a post on my status, on my WhatsApp status. I just thought of that post, when I realized that if I enter into an office and I ask them, how many female staff do you have? And they tell me, once you check very well, you realize that 80 to 90% of those female staff graduated from Hertechtrail. This is something I noticed. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened, right? Especially here in Port Harcourt, like in the southeast and even Lagos, most of the companies, they will tell you, have people that are working in MTN, you have people that are working in Sterling Bank. You will have to just go to LinkedIn, search for Hertechtrail, then search for the posts that are connected. You see those people that are making those posts. Go to their profile and see where they work. So you understand what I'm saying, right? So this is something that is not. We say the journey of 1,000 miles begin in one day. So this is something you don't need to overthink it, but you need to do your research still. But you don't need to, because if you keep overthinking it and overthinking it, you might never start. But that does not mean that you will not do your research. So do your research, because when you do your research, you make more informed decisions, right? And then you enter it into it properly. Okay. So no other questions. So thank you, ladies. So like I was saying, I made a post on my status and I said that no woman around me, like going forward, would be with, like, if you so far you have the right skill, you shouldn't be without opportunities. You shouldn't just be there looking for opportunities. Opportunities will always meet you, right? That was the commitment I made to myself, and I've been working towards that ever since. Okay, so just ensure that you do the right thing, you follow the template, and you're true to yourself as well, because some people, they know themselves, but they are not true to themselves. Okay, now every year we hold events, we hold Techa Fest, right? But this year, first everybody comes to cities, over 1,000 ladies. We come together and we celebrate you. So you know that even apart from technical skills, there are other skills, soft skills like empathy, time management, and all those things. So we invite experts and they come and teach you for free. Okay. So any other question? So no other question. So thank you, ladies, for coming to how to gain financial independence with tech as a girly. So you can connect with me on LinkedIn. I'm happy to meet you all today, and hopefully we get to meet more often and connect better. So thank you so much, and Do have a lovely day. So I'm going to be handing over to Abigail. Abigail, are you here?
Oh, yes, I am here. Thank you so much, Gloria. Can you hear me, everyone? Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Gloria. Thank you so much for this session. Ladies, I mean, you've heard it all. You've learned how you can practically leverage your skills and use it to grow and make money. Just like Gloria said, it is not a get rich quick scheme. You keep on learning and growing and investing in yourself. So thank you so much. Connect with us, and our link is already in the comments. We dropped our link in the comments. Register with Hertechtrail. You want to learn any of these of our courses? We are here to help you out. You're confused on what to learn, how to go about it? Send us a DM. We are just a DM away to carry you along. And I hope that you really learned a lot. Let's hear, let's see some emojis. Let's see some emojis, some reactions. If you're really excited. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're free to register for cohort 14. You are very free to register for cohort 14. We will take you through the whole journey. Thank you so much and have a lovely weekend. Please don't forget to connect with us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on TikTok, on X. We are everywhere. We are everywhere. Thank you so much and do have a lovely weekend. Yeah.
Wanna make love on the moon, dancing to my tunes. Is it too much? It's not too much. I wanna be on fourth list if wishes were horses. Is it too much? It's not too much. If I want money, I do want dance, I practice. If I want money, I'ma buy my shoto, I'ma buy my foya, I'ma buy me. Yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire, billionaire, yeah, yeah. I wanna be a billionaire.